What's up, guys? It's that time of the week again, or that time of the year, whatever you want to say, where we do armies. We've already done the Clone Army and the Droid Army. We're back here with one of my bigger ones being the Imperial Army. So, this army, I don't know how many there is. I've not actually counted. Obviously, you've got Vader and Palpatine in front. Now, one thing you will notice compared to previous years is there's not as many vehicles. This is kind of it. The biggest thing we have being the Death Star. I've not really expanded upon this intentional with, I bought a couple Imperial base sets, yeah, but I've not done too much with the intention of it being for this army video like I maybe do for the clones. Few new sets and stuff. The minifigure bit has definitely grown as well. We're going to kind of go by category. So we've got Imperial droids and we've got kind of our main kind of squads coming along here. Then we've got kind of all your kind of from, Death Troopers, TIE pilots, technicians, all that kind of good stuff. And then a couple of minifigures here at the front, which didn't really fit anywhere else. So let's start all the way over here with the Imperial droid section. So over here is the kind of droid section of the Imperials, which is a bit weird to say, but it has grown. So we've got a white assassin droid there from the Death Star. We've got the probe droid from Hoth Echo Base. We got one of my favourite additions I've made to it is this minifigure here. The K2SO from Rogue One, A Star Wars Story. I only own one set from Rogue One being the TIE Striker, but I intentionally went back for this character for two reasons. One, I wanted K2SO, he's hilarious. And second of all, when the droid of his type showed up in Andor, I thought these would go up in value, which they did. So I kind of grabbed them right before that happened, this price hike with those minifigures. We've got two Gonk droids. Focus. Yeah, we've got two Gonk droids. We've got two Death Star type droids. We've got two of those R2Q5s. We've got a Sentry droid, a Mouse droid, and an Interrogation droid. So let's move on to the next section. And there will be a section at the end of this video, like I have done the other army videos, where I talk about other things I want to add to them and whatnot. So there will be that section. Let's move on to the next. So here we have the next section, or rather, there's kind of two here that we're going to focus on. So at the back, we have a couple snowtroopers fixing. So we've got two of the kind of 2012 design, a 2010 design, along with a Scarif kind of short trooper captain. Now here's one of the bigger units we have. We have a whole bunch of snowtroopers. So these four at the back, plus these two in the middle from last year's battle pack. We've got two of the newer ones from kind of the mid 2010s. And then in front of that, we have a total of we have a total of 7 of the kind of newer style. This should have included this earlier, it's a droid now. Of the 2000 kind of 7, 8, 9 style ones, the original ones, where it's kind of the piece is molded onto the back. Really cool minifigures. Again, I'll get to this later, but that's something I would like more of. Let's move on to the next section. If we come around here, we can quite easily do that. We have a section of scouts. Now, it's kind of a bit of both. At the back, we have 3 of the old design kind of indoor scouts. I believe this is the 2012. Yep, because it's got the face. It's the ones from 2012. And 2 of them are that, and then one of them is a 2009 version because it's got the black head. Really cool. We've got 2 of the Hoth ones here from the battle packs. Coming back the way even further, we have a whole bunch of stormtroopers, different designs. These 4 at the back, these ones here, are the Star Wars Rebels variant. We've got 4 of the new types of those hideous looking helmets. Not a big fan of those. They just look like Family Guy stormtroopers. And at the front of that, we have 6 of these guys. These are the Death Star style ones from 08. Definitely a minifigure that I want more of. They're also in a battle pack as well. The TIE Defender. These ones were in quite a few sets. These ones are pretty cool. Put that down. And in between those, we've got 2 of them here. In between them, we have, of course, one of the kind of 2014-15 movie style ones. Just going to come back again here. We have the leaders. Which, yeah, we didn't start off with this. We have 6 Royal Guards. 4 of the newer design. 2 of these 2008 design ones. And yay, one of the spears randomly shot off. You're not a fuck fire missile. We have a whole bunch of commanders and officers, which was something I was trying to add. I wasn't too much things I intentionally wanted to add for the story, but that's maybe the 1 or 2 things was, commanders. So we got 2 Hoth style ones back here. This one is General Veers from 2007. This one is from 2012. It's just a general commander. We got a normal Imperial officer there. We got, I can't remember her name. Her name's escaped me, but she's from the new TIE Bomber set from this year. If it comes to me, Admiral Sloan, Ray Sloan, I think is what her name is. We've got the 2008 and Darth Vader and Emperor Palpatine. I wanted to include the older versions because of the nostalgia, plus they're in front of those old retro Royal Guards. They just look better. I mean, yeah, the newer ones are kind of more accurate, but I just like these classic ones. And of course, we got Grand Moff Tarkin just chilling right there. Let's move into the next bit, which is where there's a lot of names to remember. So, this section, like I said, is where we've got more names to remember and just more stuff to take down. We have, for instance, 3 of the Dark Troopers from, 2 years ago now? I did want to get more of these, I just haven't got around to doing it yet. Just, the Imperial Army is one of those things that doesn't come first usually. We have 6 TIE Fighter pilots. Now, these are not all the same type of pilot. We do have the newest one. I actually can't even tell which one it is the Return of the Jedi version. I keep them with TIE Bomber. The oldest one we have here is actually a 2012 variant from one of the planet sets. So it's kind of cool having all those different pilots. It's just a bit hard sometimes to figure out what year they're from. For instance, I know that one's from 2013 because it's got the stripe. This one's from 2012 because it's got no prints. And this one is the Star Wars Rebels version just because of the print. But it's these 3 here. Try to remember which one is which. It's a bit difficult. I just want to know anyone else has that problem. If we come along here, it's a bit mixed. We have 2 Shadow Troopers. We got the newest one here from 2019. Then we got 2007 one. We have 2 Death Star kind of troopers or Imperial Navy troopers, 2 modern versions. And here we have 2 of the 2008 versions. You can see the difference where they kind of evolved the helmets, if that's the best way to put it. So that is kind of cool. Coming along here, we have another bit that's a little bit mixed, but we got it here. We've got 3 of the Death Star gunners, which got some really cool helmets, if I do say so myself. Really like those. We've got 2 Imperial ground crew and a Death Trooper. Something I wish I'd got more of back when Rogue One was out. And at the front, these last 3 figures, like I showed at the start, are a little bit more random, but I couldn't really think of anywhere else to place them. We've got an Imperial shuttle pilot, which is one of my most recent purchases. It was in that £100 minifigure haul video that I did. We've got Crosshair from the Bad Batch. And of course, we've got an AT-AT pilot. He sticks out like a sore thumb there. I wish I'd put him somewhere else, to be honest, but he's pretty cool. Now, let's jump into the vehicles. There isn't many, but let's still do it. So, the ships and the vehicles, like I said, right, they're not all here for a couple of reasons. The main reason really being that they're not here is all of them are in storage. I started to kind of store some of my Lego away, and I actually sold a couple of Imperial base sets. And a couple of them are actually bagged up. I have an example. It's like, I need to dig out the instructions, but these are some of the Hoth builds from last year. These speeder bikes, so I've got a bunch of them. We do have the ones that are here, the important ones. So we'll start the right back. We got my 2008 Death Star. So this was in last year's Army. One of my favourite sets. One of those sets that I never thought I would own. But this set is what made me want to continue doing Imperial armies. In fact, this set, I think, was the main reason we actually did last year's. Only in part because we were able to add this brilliant Death Star. Really cool. Again, it's an 08 one, so it's not the 2016 re-release. But, it's a really cool set still. I'm yet to review this. I've had this set for over a year. I just haven't had I need somewhere good to review it other than the floor. I would like preferably a table or something to do this set, but it's a pretty cool set. Got your laser there, got some cannons, got some floors, got trash compactor. Really cool set. Over here we have a TIE Interceptors. Now, it's not the new one from that new set that just came out with the Mandalorian Fang Fighter. This is the 2021 TIE Fighter, but it's been converted into an Interceptor. I've had that lying around since, last year, I think? Since the start of last year, I've had this lying around like this, and I do like it like that. If I do buy that new set, I will convert this back into the original TIE Fighter. Like I said earlier, my only Rogue One set is this TIE Striker, and it's a pretty cool ship. I have actually debated a few times, and I don't know if I'm serious about it, going on eBay and potentially getting another one of these TIE Strikers. I don't know yet. I wouldn't mind them, although I think the only way I could justify it to myself is if I was to build Scarif, which I probably won't. Come on, here we got the Mini TIE Fighter Advanced from the Death Star, which is a pretty cool looking Mini TIE Advanced, to be honest with you. We were meant to get a Yavin 4 set, ironically, would have had an X-Wing in a similar scale. But I really do like this set. We've got one of those transport battle packs from Star Wars Rebels. We've got one of my favourite things, which I know for a fact is new, is that little interceptor on the planet, but we've got the mini Death Star. That's kind of cool, because I did my review on it. I showed off this and talked about how when I was a kid, back in 2012, that year's been mentioned a lot throughout showing all this. That was the closest thing I could get to a Death Star, so it's kind of cool for that. Over there we've got an indoor kind of base speeder bike. We've got a dropship battle pack from 08, and the most recent ad would be this, the 2023 TIE Bomber, which is a pretty cool set, very well built. Goes brilliantly with loads of the other TIE fighters that LEGO's been doing. But there you have it. You guys have officially seen the Imperial Army. Let's go towards the outro. So yeah, this one, again, the Clone Army will always be the bigger one, but this one I do have some expansion that I would like to do. First of all, I want to get my hands on the Star Destroyer from 2006. I've been saying to myself for about 2 years now, I want a Star Destroyer, one of the big Imperial capital ships. I kind of missed the boat on the Imperial light cruiser with Moff Gideon and stuff. I kept saying for a while I'd buy it, and of course they've retired. At the time of filming this, that set is now retired. There's not too many sets I really want to buy as an expansion other than really the Star Destroyer or the light cruiser. I've even considered, the TIE Crawler from 2007 is a weird one that I'd like, but yeah. And probably the 2012 TIE Fighter, and maybe the TIE Defender from 2010. But minifigures is really the place I mainly expand upon. So I want more of these, for sure. I don't know how many more I want to get, but these classic looking stormtroopers, they're just really cool, and I wouldn't mind a few more of them. The same could be said for these guys here, the OG Scout Troopers. The new ones are cool, but I think I prefer these old ones. I also would like a couple more of those old snowtroopers, mostly this kind here. Just get myself man a few more of those. That'd be pretty cool. Same goes for the sand troopers. The minifigures are not here that I want to expand upon. I want some of those stormtroopers, but the 2005 ones with the pointed legs from the Imperial inspection with the yellow heads and the long blasters. I'd at least like 2 of them. I'd like a few more Imperial officers, just because, there's a few here, but it'd be kind of good, just to fill it out a bit more. Make my Imperial command structure a bit bigger. And, perhaps I wouldn't mind some shore troopers to go along with that captain. The Imperial Army, I do like to have a few things here and there added to, but I don't go as nuts as I do the Clone Army. That thing has like over 2 gunships and whatnot. But this army still gets more treatment than my Separatist one, which has not gotten too much given to it over the last couple of years. With that said, I've enjoyed making this. So next week you're getting the Rebel Army, which is one that I do neglect, but if I'm being honest, has actually had a cut like the Imperial Army has. I've not shown off the Rebel Army in about 2 years. So there has been a couple things added to it, but not a lot. But in terms of minifigures, it's definitely gotten a few adds. But yeah, this has been the Imperial Army. Not the longest video, not the biggest army, but still make it worth showing, in my opinion. Really do enjoy showing this off. So thank you very much for watching. The next video, again, I will not be doing any Friday videos since I'm putting all my work into these armies. I'll see you guys with the next one, which is the Rebels. But before we go, there's something I need to show. With doing YouTube, I have a few friends that do YouTube. We've had Terrakiller T1 appear on the channel more than once. But today's showing off another channel, and I can actually show you the channel physically in this video. We have a friend of mine who does videos, and this is his channel right here. We have David's Lego Hut. Get to focus on there. Small channel, doesn't get too many views, but it's still pretty cool. He's recently done some minifigure collection type videos, and it's pretty cool. Some of the content that he's been doing, I do recommend him. Again, he doesn't post a whole lot. There's a big gap in uploads there, but he's now trying to do a bit better with them. I personally recommend. I'm kind of one of the people that slightly inspired him to do YouTube, so I wouldn't mind if you guys went ahead and checked out this channel. So yeah. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. Hope that sponsorship wasn't too cringe. See you for the next army video.